Hey everybody, it's Edwardo here with your DraftStream call sheet review and weekend preview. It's a little light this weekend. Honestly, not the best assortment of titles, so I can't say I blame you. Clear paths and strategies I don't think have yet to be emerged, but let's see if we can find some together. Starting off at top is Gamble 24x7. Once again, the all-time Cinema Draft money winner. Followed by Jaybird, just 8 points behind, who is the all-time DraftStream money winner. And yours truly, Swag Official, building, trailing Jaybird by just under 6 points. I honestly don't really know what I'm doing this week. And I don't even think it's a function of the tighter pricing without any clear favorites this week. I just did not have a great strategy. There wasn't as much information usually available to us, despite my worries of having, 2 or 3 Wednesday debuting titles. Unclear picture so far. With G24, he's starting off with a strong. That's the old school 811 headliner co-star day player construction, and basically going all Noah's Ark on us to an extent. Headliner pair of Love on the Spectrum, headliner pair of Signs, headliner pair of The Rental, and an optimal stack of Tig and Seek. I actually totally missed out on Tig and Seek. I should have actually saw that one coming. It's animation. It's HBO Max. If you want to look at some history, if we're looking at, say, the animation genre, let's see. Here we go. Animation generally performs pretty well. Here's a quick tip or trick for you to do on your copy of the Masters score list. I know for a fact Brown Baby does consult it. Shout out to you, Mom. And just like that, you get an average, 90.22. It's pretty high average for an entire genre. So it's my bad I slept on that. Just for that fact alone, I probably don't deserve to win. But G24 is off to a good start by optimal stacking Tig and Seek, and I think, is he the only one who's done that? Oh, okay, no. So there's a little exposure to Tig and Seek by Jaybird, but it's on his lowball call sheet. So that's interesting. So Tig and Seek is definitely a differentiator for G24, and let's see if that'll be enough to keep his lead. Jaybird right behind him, also another 811er. But this time he has, that's interesting. All right, this time he has headliner stack of Love on the Spectrum, headliner stack of Most Wanted, a 3-pack of Signs, headliner stack of Doghouse, and The Rental. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different titles. All right, spreading the love around, Jaybird. And that seems like that might be the theme this weekend because, like I said, there's no clear, definitive leader, thought leader this weekend. A lot of these are flying under the radar. If I had to guess, I would say the most anticipated title of the weekend, I guess The Kissing Booth. But the thing about The Kissing Booth is that it is The Kissing Booth 2. The Kissing Booth, the first one, audiences loved it, critics savaged it. As a matter of fact, I saw a headline of a Variety article, I think, of the 2 stars, Joey King and Jacob Elordi. Elordi? He's also from Euphoria fame, basically talking about how the Kissing Booth is critic proof. So yeah, Jacob Elordi and Joey King. Anyways, so that's going on. And my call sheet, and this one I also went 8-1-1. Seems to be a theme this weekend. And Amulet is kind of holding me back, but I don't think Amulet has anywhere near its scores. And Amulet, yeah, so it's missing. Oh, well, okay, so it's got its critical scores in, but we need some help and love from Google users. Let's say we got a 70 out of this. What would that look like? Oh, yeah, baby, give that to me. What about if it was just a 60, matching the 6.0? Still in the lead. All right, so it seems like that was largely overlooked, probably because it's so cheap. It was also a function I was just running out of salary, because I do believe in Animal Crackers animation. Didn't totally ignore animation. And I'd spread it around. Sign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5 title call sheet. Just can't hone in on what's going to win this week. So that was me. Let's take a look at the perfect call sheet. What does that look like? So right now, Love on the Spectrum, crowd pleaser, kind of as we thought. Only 14,000, 15,000. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 titles on the perfect call sheet so far. Seems to be the way that it's been being played. Of course, so many incomplete scores, so much more room left to run in the game. I expect to see some serious movement on Saturday. Maybe even a return to Sunday movement. It's been a while since we've had some Sunday movement. But yeah, so a 5-pack of signs. No, sorry, 4-pack of signs. Which looks like it. I mean, it's actually a value. I was gonna say it was a salary play, but no, it's a value play for 6,700, getting almost 90 almost 90 points to your base score, 125 for your headliner. That's excellent. That's great. That's tremendous value right there. Retaliation. Not a lot of people have retaliation, but also give it up for yourselves. Even on a short week with only 11 entries. All 15 titles were covered. So people are experimenting. People are getting weird with it. I like it. Love on the Spectrum, yes. And Helmut Newton, some exposure to that. Animal Crackers. So even the perfect call sheet doesn't know what it wants to be yet. I'm sure we'll see some more definition this weekend. Real quick, let's take a look at the Battle for the Low Ball. Even with Tig and Seek, although just a day player there, he's loaded up on the Kissing Booth, which right now seems fine, but it's got a default score, so tonight it debuts, and I'm sure come Saturday, the audiences will have weighed in. Will there be a audience and quality drop-off, just like the sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before, another hit Netflix teen-centric rom-com? We'll see. And Helter Skelter, it is below the default score. So that looks like a good place to lean in on that. The Lowball Perfect Call Sheet. Yes, has a 5-pack of Helter Skelter, French Biryani, and actually, when it comes to Prime and foreign titles, they end up kind of performing all right late. This isn't gonna stay at a default score, I don't believe. Fear City vs. the Mafia was clearly a salary play, almost twice the salary of every other actor on there. Donald Trump. Yes, Donald Trump. Once again, overinflating his assets. We needed him for the salary play, but mostly relying on Helter Skelter, the Kissing Booth. And again, I think we'll see some movement here. I kind of don't expect the Kissing Booth to stay on this once the salaries have had a chance to weigh in. What? Brave New World? Did I get... Wow, okay. Looks like I made a boo-boo. Let's fix this while I'm here. Kissing booth 2. Nope, that works. That's very odd how I went to Brave New World like that. Okay, anyways. That was odd. So yes, that's our lowball call sheet looking like. Oh, I see. Well, these are... Well, you know what? I copied pasted from an Excel spreadsheet, so who cares? Anyways, and of course, our weekly check-in with our mascot, the draft mom. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. G24 is only 30 points behind. Let's see what he needs. Oh, yeah, he's big on the kissing booth. Hope that holds up for you, buddy. Retaliation... Actually, retaliation... Oh, 5.2. Yeah, that's not great. Don't believe it has a Google user score yet, though. Oh, it does. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, that was another thing that threw me for a loop this week, is that there wasn't a clear-cut dog this week. I mean, like I said, even the kissing booth is going to have its champions. It really is. Like look what happens. Let's say the kissing booth matches. It's like, let's say it's 20, 80, 25, and 8. That's a 75.25. I mean, I don't feel like this is a week that we're gonna have overperformance. It just feels flat all around. But if you get something looking like that, you know, truly a dichotomous mixture of scores for the kissing booth, and it's still going to come out ahead of a default score. So I don't know. So we'll see if it stays like that. But I have a feeling it's going to be on the move from its defaulter right here. I actually have 1, 2. We only have 3 defaulters. Last week, I'm pretty sure we had none. It's been a while since I think we've only had one. You have to get really tricky to find some of these titles on Google too. A lot of the foreign ones have secondary names, but you know, we do our best over here. But yeah, so G24 relying on retaliation. This Google user score worries me, but it could be a small sample size, and it might drop further down to reflect the IMDb user score. I guess we'll have to see. And the other one he had, French biryani. Yeah, I think it's gonna be some movement. I guess I like Jay Bird's shot at winning it this week. Me, I need a lot of help, but I don't think I'm gonna get there. I've got the Helter Skelter. The rental, if all things are considered, I think the rental's got most of its scores. The rental might keep me in it. Horror does not tend to do all that great in this game, but the doghouse might put me in the doghouse because people love their dogs and their pets. But I needed a salary play because to me it was pretty clear Helter Skelter was going to be bad. I think I messed up on signs here. But the rental, I think it's kind of maxed out. Has the rental maxed out? Almost. It needs a Google user score. So, if it matches the IMDb, it's not that, it's not that different. This is going to be a very interesting weekend because, like I said, there's no clear loser. There's no fatal affair this weekend that you can definitely hang your lowball scores on. I think we're going to see a big mushy middle. Looks like Love on the Spectrum is the early performer to be the highest score of the week, and at that it's barely breaking 100. Although I'm pretty sure once the Google user scores come in, look at this. Let's say it comes at 85%. Yeah, 114. It's gonna be fine. But otherwise, so we're gonna see a really bifurcated total scoring pool. You're gonna have You can have Love on the Spectrum at the very high end, with maybe dragging Animal Crackers up with it, and a big mushy middle. You know, anywhere from the high 80s to the low 70s. We're not gonna see any 50s here this week, I don't think. So, a lot to be decided. Brown Babies, take a look at Mom's call sheet real quick, see what the mentality was. The rental, it's on my low ball, but I could be wrong. She needs some help. Fear City, New York City versus the Mafia. And Love in Harmony Valley. And Love in Harmony Valley got off to a good start because of its IMDb score. And I have some exposure to it on my highball call sheets. I just don't think it's going to hold. What kind of sample size is that? 45, yeah. So that's definitely probably going to go down. Honestly, I don't think it's going to get covered. UPTV. Let's see if we can find that here. Let's go by platform. UPTV. We don't have a large sample size of it, but yeah, we've got two, and they've both. Yeah, that does not augur well. And in one case, one was covered across the board, but this other one just got the IMDb user score. Now, if all it gets is the IMDb user score, all is not lost. Mom is still in the fight. But if it gets any kind of reviews or whatever, I mean, maybe it gets. I mean, it's video on. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I was thinking about rental. So at 81.50, this is actually great for UPTV, but I have a feeling it's going to go down. But I do have some exposure myself to the headliners, Amber Marshall and Eric Hicks. So I don't know. It will be interesting to see what happens with the rental. She staked half her call sheet on it. And Fear City, I think has been well received, but also, so the critical scores are kind of in, and they're okay. Audiences seem to love this. Let's say if it gets an 85, people love the Mafia. What can I tell you? A 97.10. That would do well for Mom, but not well enough. So, sorry, Mom. In a very hard to define week, looks like you're probably going to be in the bottom half. But we will tune back in at this YouTube channel to see what movement we have with the Saturday update sometime after 12 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you so much for playing. I'm gonna tinker with the talent pool for next week. I'll try one or two different things. See if we can't liven this sucker up. So I appreciate your support. Thanks for the data. And I'll see you all Saturday sometime after 12 p.m. Pacific time.